So now that we have it set up to where the zombie goes through when it's shot and takes damage, we want to do the logic that controls whether or not it has died. So what I want to do is set up the logic to return true or false. So true if the zombie is dead, and then in the game mode where the hit actor is dead, we want to basically apply whatever we need to for death. So in apply damage, let's go ahead, grab our ability system component, search for value, and we want a gameplay attribute value. And the attribute we want is the U zombie attribute set. We want the get health attribute, and then a bool if it's found, so be found. So let's make the bool be found, and we're done there. So let's go ahead and store this attribute. So const float, let's do current health. And what we want to return is current health. If it is less than or equal to 0, we want to return true, because if health is less than or equal to 0, we are dead. Otherwise, false, because we are still alive. So that'll handle this condition here. Next up, I had thought about doing it right here inside of the game mode, but I'd kind of rather have the individual actors handle their death themselves for some potential unique cases. So in the damage interface here, we're going to make a new function, virtual void. Let's do apply death and just give it an empty body. So this here can be overridden by the zombie, the barrel, pretty much, anything that we want. So now that we have that, we can just simply call apply death. And we also have the benefit of we don't have to test and see, does it implement the ability system component and all that other stuff. We can just have the actual individual actor handle it. So now on the zombie pawn, we want to override that same apply death function. And we're basically doing this logic right here, where we apply a gameplay effect to ourselves. So let's copy that from apply damage and paste it in. Now we don't need the set by color magnitude, so we can remove that. And let's change the name from damage effect spec to death effect spec. And the getter from zombie damage to get death effect. So now we'll take the death effect and apply it to the zombie. Now we're going to be applying basically a gameplay tag to the zombie when the zombie is dead and registering events to where when that tag is added, we fire off a function. And that function is basically just going to go through and perform a ragdoll. So we need to define that tag. So over here in our core module, let's go to our data tags directory here. And we want to make a new, so I'm just going to copy and paste to duplicate a new tags file called state tags. So what I'm going to define as a state is going to be things like, leaning, jumping could be a state, falling, aiming even, and death. So, well, I guess dead is a better name. So we're going to do tag underscore state underscore dead. So let's copy that, and we need to make a .cpp file. So let's do the same thing, change it to state tags, and we'll just change the include to state tags.h. And we want the tag state dead, and in the editor we want it to show state.dead. And that's pretty much it. So now in our zombie pawn, let's go ahead and include those tags. So data tags state tags.h. So that way we can bind to this gameplay tag being added. So on begin play, after we init the actor info, we want to go ahead and register a gameplay tag event with the tag being tag underscore state dead. And by default, this will fire off when this tag has been new or removed. So added or removed, that's fine. So we want to bind a function to it. So let's do add uObject, pass in this for the object, and the function we're going to do a zombie pawn. Let's do on death. So we need to make this on death function. So let's see the parameters. We can go ahead and go to the delegate, and it takes in a gameplay tag and a int32 for the count of how many tags of this type has been added. So let's make that function really quick. So void on death f gameplay tag, call it tag, and int32, we'll call it count. So now we just need to include the gameplay tag container .h. So go ahead and generate the definition, and we have on death. Let's just print out a log. UE log temp warning text on death, and I'll just print out the tag. So tag.toString, and this should notify us that, well, the zombie has died. And that's pretty much it. So in the game mode, we apply damage, and if it returns true, meaning whatever we applied damage to has died, then we can apply death. And in the case of the zombie, we go ahead and apply a gameplay effect to our zombie that is going to simply give the ability system a tag. And because we're listening to that tag, it'll fire this callback on death here for everybody. So this can be our way to replicate the actual zombie's death. So we want to go to our zombie damage, and we want to make a new gameplay effect. Actually, this attribute keeps getting unset for some reason. So let's set that back to the zombie attribute set and make our death effect. So GE_death. We can remove any modifiers and change it to infinite. We want to add a component which will grant tags to target actor. And the tag we want to add is simply going to be state.dead. So now in our project settings, go to our own settings here, and under the death effect, we want to give it the GE_death. And that should be pretty much it. So let's give it a try. Actually, we don't need to be printing out the zombie pawn value anyways, but because that's still showing 0. So what we can do is let's go to our zombies begin play. We can delete that, and if we have authority, what we want to do is grab the ability system component and apply a gameplay effect to self. And the effect is going to be, now let's see, we can make a temporary, let's make a temporary one. So let's duplicate GE zombie damage. Let's just do zombie damage init. And we are simply going to change it back to scalable float and just set it to 100. So compile, save, and apply that. So grab the zombie damage init, compile, save, and now the zombie should be starting with 100 health. So we shoot once. So we just applied 100 damage to the 100 health, which means the damage is now 0. And here we have the on death state.dead. So it has fired off our on death event. So even now, if we do it with, 2 clients, we can see the result. So if we'll shoot, and we have 2 prints of state dead. So we don't need to replicate the attribute of health or anything like that, because we know that we just need to replicate this tag. So that'll be one of those optimizations that we can do in the near future. So that was the main thing that I wanted to get done in this video, and it was pretty straightforward. So in the next video, we are likely going to go ahead and do the death part. So, just doing some sort of, say, ragdoll, for example, and, clearing out whatever other stuff we need. But that'll be, yeah, we'll just have to see. So that is going to be all for this video, and I will see you in the next one. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.